Today, I'm going to restart the work on the tiny house. That was kind of awkward. We're gonna do the intro in here because it's just way too windy out there. Okay, so the elephant in the room. You may have noticed that I've changed the name of the channel. I'm gonna refocus things and try to get on camera as much as possible, like this stuff. It's really hard for me to do, so I don't know how much I'll do it at first. I have this as a prop because I don't know what to do with my hands without looking like a robot. I've been sorting the pipes and the fittings for the plumbing on the tiny house. I'm going to be starting that real soon. I'm still working on the drawings, but for today, we're going to be breaking concrete, digging a hole, and raking gravel. I don't have a huge amount of time today, so this video may go for a couple days. What I got to do, we have a water line that goes from right in there. Oh, actually, I think it's over here. It goes to the main sewer line, which goes all the way over to our septic system. If you watched last year's videos, I'll put a link to that. And if my voice sounds a little goofy, it's because I'm missing that tooth. I had to have a tooth pulled to get my surgery. Oh, it's getting kind of windy. Anyways, I'm going to be digging out the end of the plumbing here. It goes to about here, or to where that flag is, and then it goes up a little bit and it's capped. I had to fill in over it so that we could dump gravel and stuff here. Now it has to be re-exposed. That is gonna, the plumbing is gonna go over and up to the stack and then over to the toilet. We'll go over all that stuff in a future video, but for now, I just need to know the exact location of it, and I'll be breaking up and removing this excess concrete, raking this out a little bit. It looks pretty nice, but there's some shallow areas and stuff like that. I want to get it nice and smooth, and then we can take some dimensions on a different day of the heights of all of these piers. But for today, we're just going to be doing grunt work. Got to hurry up before the wind picks up again. What I got to do is cut this off and then cap it up. I need to know the exact height of the top of this while I have the equipment here. I'm going to borrow a transit, and I'm going to get the height of all of the piers, the floor of the kitchen, and the top of this so I can finish up my drawings. But I don't know if a normal cap fits on this Schedule 35 stuff. I don't think it does. Oh, I got this cap right here. I don't think I put this on permanently. Okay. I'm going to cut that off and switch the cap here to down there, and I'll be ready to go for my dimensions. I want to put some kind of a ladder right here because I'm going to be storing my tools in the machine shed there, and I'm going to be going back and forth and back and forth, and it's a pain in the butt going around. I'm trying to block this camera from the wind. It's just really windy today. Okay, I gotta go get a Sawzall and cut this pipe. Pretty ragged, but I'll fix that up later. All right, I'm gonna wipe this out and deburr it just a little bit so that cap fits on there, and then see if I can get the cap off the other one. I'm not smelling any sewer gas, but my nose don't work that good anymore. I don't think this is glued on. I'm gonna have to get a hammer and tap this. This is a little bit awkward. There we go. Probably should have brought this over to the wood shop instead of bringing the tools over here. Big dummy. Beautiful. All right, that's done. Now let's break some concrete. Glad I put that stuff in there. I would have had to mess with this as a big full chunk. Gotta find a place to put these now. So we are real shallow right here. Everything else is pretty good. We're real high over there. I'd like to be able to rake that stuff there over to here. Sounds like quite the job. Oh, we're high over here as well, but we're low over there. Yeah, I'll put a couple hours into this and then that'll be it. That'll make it a lot easier. Yeah, like you're always tripping over this stuff. It may not look that uneven to you on camera, but there are good sized dips around a lot of the piers from when I dug them out. Like that one is really nice. That one's got a dip. That one's got a huge dip. That one is pretty good. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna rake, like I said, for a couple hours and that'll be it. Then I gotta go see if I can borrow that transit so I can get the heights of all this stuff and that pipe. Otherwise, I'll do it with my laser level, but it's a lot easier with the automatic stuff. So far, so good. Sitting here, I could see a couple places where I need to touch it up, but just walking around, it's a lot easier to walk around, and I'm going to be doing a lot of walking around here and wheelbarrowing and stuff, and it was just way too lumpy before to get that done easily. I got to run to the dump, and then I'll get back, rake the rest of this up, and we'll end this video. Oh, I'm going to put links to like 5 videos from last year. Oh, probably the wall, digging these piers, just various stuff. So you could go back and see that stuff if you haven't seen it yet. So I will get back to you after I run to the dump. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to try not to make these videos too long. I went and borrowed the Dirt Guys Transit, and while we still have this nice weather, I'm going to get the heights of all of these piers and the floor in the kitchen and that pipe, and I'll try to show it at the end of this video if I can. So that'll wrap it up for today. Make sure you subscribe, and if you click on that icon, you can get access to all the videos as soon as they come out. I highly recommend it.